What's up YouTube, my name is Alka, and in today's video we're diving into one of the most important concepts in all of Rainbow Six Siege, and that would be positioning. Sub the channel down below, and let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about the basics of positioning in Siege. It's not just about having excellent aim, it's also about being in the right place at the right time. Positioning involves finding advantageous spots that allows you to control angles and limit the enemy's options. So in this example, I'm inside of cache when the bomb site is gym. Now holding cache is very, very important because it allows you to have a long angle onto all of the window hop-ins, and it makes it to where people can't just flood the master site from construction. So positioning yourself to hold this area of the map, to hold map control, is very powerful, and it's something that most people do on this bomb site. Another example from the same map is playing inside of rafters. If the bomb site is on CC, positioning yourself to rafters in garage is a great thing to do, because if the attackers get control of this, all they have to do is open the wall, and now they essentially have a free plant onto the bomb site, which is very powerful for them and very bad for you. So you get what I'm talking about essentially. Map knowledge is crucial in order for positioning, so you have to understand what parts of the map need to be held in order for you to win the game. Not only is understanding what room you need to sit in very important for map knowledge, but understanding the layout and the flow of the map enables you to predict enemy movements and choose strategic positions accordingly. So if you're able to predict where they're going to push because you have experience playing the game, you're going to know where you can position yourself to counter their push. So if we go back to the rafters example, let's paint a picture for you here. I'm playing a zombie in rafters and they're attacking me without any help from my teammates. Because I've been playing the game long enough, I know typically that they're going to get the main wall open, they're going to have somebody go lower garage through the garage walls, and they're going to have somebody going on my door. Knowing this, I position myself behind my zombie barricades, only taking necessary gunfights, wasting as much time as possible playing my life. In this example here, I have the blue wall reinforced with a hole next to the top of the reinforcement on the left side. I stand on top of the table holding a long angle into the secret stairs, because typically people like to push down secret late into the round to secure generator control so they can get down a church plant. Knowing this, I have a long angle that can hold the stairs for either information or to kill people that aren't suspecting the angle to be there. But it's stuff like that, where if you understand where they're going to push from, you can position yourself in very good off angles or just general positions in general to get advantageous gunfights. Now, knowing where they might push from is really cool, but knowing where they're going to push from and where they are pushing from is even better, and that is where intel comes in. Intel is the backbone of good positioning, whether it's through drones, cameras, or call-outs from teammates. Having information about enemy whereabouts helps you make informed decisions about your position and where you need to go. A great example of this is if you're a roamer. Roamers typically get the most information the fastest in the entire game, because they're able to know where the attackers are pushing from because they're closest to the attacker spawn, or the outside of the map. In this example, I'm playing solos on border, and I can see that there are a lot of people droning out CC, jail side, or just the west side of the map in general. This is good because then I'm able to call out to my teammates, hey, they're pushing from the west side, they're pushing the balcony, they're pushing CC, so now my teammates know how to position themselves in order to hold those angles to make sure that they don't get free space. I'm also able to know, hey, I need to position myself below so I can deny a plant, I can deny drones, or I can flank up east stairs to be able to help my teammate control CC and the 90 hallway. This is a great example of me gathering intel and using intel to position myself and giving it to my teammates so that they know how to position themselves. Positioning comes down mainly to map knowledge and information, which is what I've been talking about for the majority of this video. Now that we're done talking about actual information and map control, let's go over some actual positioning tips for maybe the more advanced Siege players. One is having rotations and escape routes. If you are positioned in a place where you have no way of leaving, you are pretty much dead, or you're in a position where you need to play your life. Let me give you a good example of this. Again, I'm bringing you to rafters of Clubhouse. Rafters is a position where you're going to more than likely die, or you're more than likely going to win the round for your team by killing everybody that tries to push you. It is the position on the map and on this bomb site that makes or breaks the round win for your team. This being said, because there's so many angles that look at you, like I said earlier, the wall, the door, the walls below you, swamp, and everything in between, there is literally no possible way that you could get back to site. Now, a lot of newer players think, okay, well, what if I put a rotate on the wall next to you? This is a bad idea because then it allows attackers to be able to walk into site and plant even easier. So you just want to stay in rafters and you want to stay alive as long as possible so that you don't give them that control that is crucial for them to plant the bomb. You do this by just staying there. No matter if you feel like you're going to die or going to live, you have to keep that control. So you have to play your life. But other than positions where you have to play your life, in most scenarios, you need an escape route. So I'll give you a good example here. Let's bring you again back to border. Now let's say that you're roaming top floor and people are pushing you from the east side. Now, if they're pushing you from the east side, that means that the only way that you're going to be able to escape is from the west side because it's behind you. Naturally, that just makes sense. Now, you need a guaranteed escape route. Going down metal stairs is dangerous if they have a guy on the double door, which most people do. You also have no way of escaping down hatches unless you have impact grenades or a bailiff. So what would you do here? Well, the best way to position yourself to escape safely is to push down east stairs. Pushing down east stairs allows you to be next to the site, which is bathroom in this example, to be able to hold control, but also be able to leave safely. If you were to walk down metal stairs, again, there would be a guy on the double door, and you don't have anything for hatches, assuming in this example. Now, what you could do to make it even easier for you to rotate out is you could bring impact grenades, a shotgun, a bailiff, or anything to help you open up hatches or walls so that you can escape down hatches safely on the other side of the map, which would even better equip you for the ability to flank. So having an escape route for whatever position you're in, doesn't matter if you're anchoring or roaming, is very good for positioning because it allows you to escape safely while not throwing your life away. Next, we're going to talk about off angles. Now, off angles are very powerful when it comes to positioning, and this is something that you should really only use sparingly, otherwise people will expect it. Now, the example I gave you in church watching the secret stairs was a good example, but I'll give you an even better one. Let's go to canal. Whenever you're attacking canal and you're pushing scuba, it's very easy for defenders to hold you and make sure you don't get inside of the window. If you want to mitigate this and maybe get a free kill and apply some pressure that they don't know about, you can get on top of the box just like this, and then you have a long angle into the bathroom hallway. People, whenever they're running through the bathroom hallway to contest your window, are not going to expect you to hold this angle, giving you a free kill, but also making it harder for them to kill you because you're on an elevated surface, which is naturally just not where their crosshair is going to be. I'll give you another example. Let's go to coastline on kitchen. You can stand on top of any one of these countertops, maybe within a zombie barricade in front of you, and this makes it to where when people walk in, their crosshair is naturally going to be lower than your head, allowing you to shoot them and making it to where it's harder for them to shoot you. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is the fact that different operators allow you to position differently. So if we go to top floor bank with Azami, I'll give you a good example of this. A lot of the times you're not able to position yourself inside of the site because there's a lot of windows that can get you shot. But if you have the Azami barricades like this one here to cover the windows, or this one here to cover the windows in lobby, you're now able to sit inside of Trump and position yourself to kill anybody coming up the spiral stairs, or give yourself a rotate to position yourself to hold long angles. Either way, using Azami barricades to help yourself position in places you otherwise would be dangerous to sit in is a great example of using operator abilities to position yourself better. Castle is a great example of this. A lot of times people will bandit trick the jacuzzi wall and they're able to be shot from the gym window. If you put a castle barricade in between this on the gym door, it makes bandit tricking a lot safer. These are just the many ways that you can use operator abilities to position yourself better on defense, and there's plenty of ways that you can do this with attack as well. So using operator abilities to position yourself is an outstanding tip. My final tip, and arguably my most important one that a lot of you aren't doing correctly, is positioning yourself in gunfights. Now, how to position yourself in gunfights is a very complicated subject that I'll go over in game right now. So in this example, I brought you to the basement of Clubhouse. Now, I'm going to use this dummy right here as an example of an enemy combatant so that you can get a better idea and picture of how positioning works in this specific example. So a lot of people will stick close to whatever they're swinging on to be able to quick peek and then shoot somebody after they quick peek. Now, this is actually pretty common, especially in the lower ranks, and I'm going to teach you why this is wrong. If I'm standing here quick peeking somebody right now, the person that is this dummy, as the example, is able to see my shoulder and my right leg right now. They're able to see it without me being able to see them at all. This gives them a huge advantage, but also if you're swinging, they also have much more time to react because they can see a lot of you as you're swinging versus you not being able to see them at all. Like right now, they can see half of my body. This is absolutely terrible. But if you were to back up and swing the person farther away, now they're not able to see any of you, but you're still able to see them whenever you quick peek, so it's a lot more of a fair gunfight for you. So the tip being, in this example, is you need to start backing away from the stuff that you're swinging off of. So if I want to swing off of this box to shoot the person back there, I need to be far away to give him less time to react and less of a body to shoot so that I can quick peek and swing him and get much more effective gunfights. Another good example, people love to swing the main stairs right here from this doorway. Instead of swinging it from this doorway, you can back up to here and swing it from all the way back here, which gives them less of a time to react and less of a target to hit. But also when you're doing this, you have to think about the angles that you're able to be shot from. So right now, if I were to swing from all the way back here, which is again what I told you to do, swing as far back as you possibly can, now I'm able to be shot from oil pit, from the bottom of secret stairs, all the way from dirt too if they're pushed up. So you have to think about where you're able to be shot from. So all the way back here isn't actually as good because of these two angles I just mentioned. But being up here, crouched so that they can't shoot you here, and they can't also shoot you. Here is a lot better because now you're backed up off the door, but you're still not able to be shot. So positioning not only farther away from what you're swinging off of, but making sure you're not able to be shot from other angles is a huge positioning tip, and that's it for this section of the video. With that being said, that's everything that I wanted to talk about in this positioning video. If you want an advanced positioning guide, let me know down in the comments. Sub to the channel if you want to get better at the game, as I post 4 times a week. Like the video if you liked it. Check out my Twitch stream if you want to see me play the game live. Follow the TikTok for more tips and tricks, and my name's Alka, and I will see you on the next video. Later.